Hi all. So I have just been to a place that's dear to my heart, a preschool development group which is run by the charity PSDS called Digby's, and my son, who's got Down syndrome, went there for almost 4 years of his life prior to starting school, weekly on a Friday, and attended a session that covered speech and language, OT and early teaching skills. And I went down there today to meet some of the mums of younger children and talk to them about pre-number skills and what they can be doing to help their child with maths. And I thought, rather than write something for them to go over what we covered today, I would do a quick video. So this is me on pre-number skills. So the first thing that we need to understand is what maths words are that may be pre-number skills that we don't really associate. So things like big, signing big, small, up and down, fast and slow, more or less. All of those words are associated with maths, and those are the words that we need to work with our children to understand. So this morning I went around my house and I gathered a load of things that I had just lying around to be able to demonstrate these. So the first thing, Blue Peter style, we have big and small, small and big. Big and small, small and big. We have got small and big, or we have got small and big. Loads of Paw Patrol figures. Again, anything that your child's interested in to actually get the idea of small and big. So we've covered small and big. Now, these are amazing for things like fast and slow or pullback cars. I don't have any to demonstrate, but this is a little crocodile who walks really slowly, and this is a snail who walks really fast. It seems ironic they're the wrong way round, but the idea of moving to put them together and see one as moving slowly and one is moving fast. So slow and fast. Okay. Not quite sure you'll have a ready detachable set of stairs in your house, but you should know that what you can do when you're walking up the stairs is you can start with going up, 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 and Buzz arrives at the top, and then you go down, 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 down as you're going down the stairs. And then once you've got the idea of up and down, you can start to count the stairs, going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And going down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there are other ways of doing up and down. There are other ways of doing fast and slow, but the idea is these words are associated with maths, and it's important for our children to recognise the meaning of these words, and we can introduce them into everyday life. Light and heavy, okay? Quiet and loud. Smooth and bumpy, all of those words that mean something ultimately in maths. The next thing we need to do is look at more and less. This can be done using food, this can be done using objects that they have. I have chosen my bears that I got from charity, and here I've got handfuls. Which one has more? Easily done with a food that they like, because I guarantee you a child knows which one has got more food. So imagining these were pom bears and I had 2 pom bears and 10 pom bears, which one has more? Which hand would you like to choose? Chances are they'll choose the one with the most in it. So you get the idea of more or less. If you're doing it, if you're doing it with things, then look at the fact that more or less, the one that has more has got more than double the one that's got less. So there's a very obvious difference. Don't be doing 5 and 6 or 7 and 8, which one has got more yet. This is preschool maths. So looking at this one, which one has got more beads? Okay. Right, the next thing that it's important to do for preschool maths is to identify what is the same and what is different. That is the Makaton sign for the same and different. I went around the house and I thought maths should be about fun and it should be readily available. So I was looking at things that I could find that are the same and are different. The same. Different. And then you advance on to having 3. Which ones are the same? Which one is different? I ventured into the cupboards. The same. Different. Which are the same? Which one is different? Now the laundry cupboard. I assure you these are clean. The same. Different. The same. Then with all 3, which are the same? Which is different? One last one in the laundry cupboard. The same. Different. Which ones are the same? Which one is different? And then you can advance it up in socks to being even more difficult. So I've got 3 pairs here and I'm actually going to ask them to pair them in the same. Find the same. It is hugely important in maths to understand what is the same and what is different. Okay. The last thing, or one of the other things that we need to categorise is shapes and colours. In early maths, you can't ask how many blue cars you have unless you know what the colour blue is. So I conveniently got these from B&Q. They're colour swatches. They have hundreds of them there. So the next time you're in, just grab a few of the primary colours and we can start looking at, starting with the 2. Which one is green? Which one is red? Which one is blue, which one is green, trying to identify the colours. Then you can actually go for things like one bear, one plate. So as in selecting the bears into the right plate. So I've got one green bear, one red bear, and one green bow and one red bow, and having to put them in the correct ones. We also need to look at shapes. We need to look at circles. We need to look at squares and triangles and understand what those shapes are by describing them. So a circle is smooth, it's round. What do we know in the house that looks like a circle? A square, look, it's got edges. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. What do we know in the house that looks like a square? Again, a triangle. Oh, look, a triangle's pointy. It's got 3 points. What do we know in the house that looks like a triangle? What do we know when we're out walking that looks like shapes? And then we look at which one is the blue square, which one is the yellow square, which one is the square, which one is the circle, which one is the green circle, which one is the green triangle. So we can mix it up. So we have to categorise by shapes and colours. Finally, for the group today, I need these number flashcards. Specifically, I have used handwriting without tears font, which is very simple and what we use for children with special needs because they're very easy to form. But you can see I've got 1, 2 is a big circle, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, 6 is missing, 7, 8, there's 6, 9, oh that's right, because 6 and 9 are very different, so I put them together to demonstrate that 6 and 9 are very different in this handwriting. 9 and 10. The idea behind these, they are big, they're laminated, they're not busy, you can see the clear number and clear count. I laminate them so that they can cross off when you're counting. The idea behind this is not that your children will be able to count all of these to 10 at age 2, but what you're actually trying to do is to associate the number with counting. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by using our finger on a 1-to-1 correlation. So they start to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that way it's quite clear that you're counting up to the number 10. But the main thing about this is they're fun for children who are starting to learn the numbers and maybe not yet counting but learning numbers, is you can put these down on the floor, go find me the 9, and then what you can do, go find me the 7. When they bring it back, you can check, did we get the 7? Shall we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it just gives you opportunities to count more often. that is the main things that are the precursors to the maths that you start in reception class. These are all the building blocks, all the words that they will need to use, all the categorizations, the colors, the shapes. They're all things that they will need to learn before they actually start on some of the main things for maths. But what was really interesting was to speak to these parents of children who are young and children with special needs, to say to them, you can do this at home, you've got these in your cupboard, you've got these in your playroom, your children love these, so use these to do the maths. Most of these things I find today, clearly if you're using these, do use them clean, but you can see that you can do basic maths, preschool, pre-number maths, with your young children by what you have in every day. Food is a brilliant one, counting out fish fingers, asking more or less on the food, because children do know, especially when they're incentivized by what they want, they will be able to tell you which one has got more. And then you can start onto the one more and one less type terminology. I hope you find this useful today. If you have, please like me, please share this video, and I look forward to doing the next one soon.